What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the season finale of Weights and Dates. Weights and Dates. This is the season finale. I, of course, am your host, Donovan Sharpe. Joining me, as always, is the man, the myth, the legend, Myron, 6% body fat gains. What's going on, bro?
What's up, guys? How you guys doing? This is I'm happy to be here once again. It's good to be on YouTube because I'll tell you this right now, we're blown up on TikTok and people are hating big time.
Yeah, I actually we were actually just talking about this off the air. I actually created a TikTok account like maybe a week and a half ago, and I plan to put some content there, gain a following and all that good stuff. But apparently, like, they've got sort of a hair trigger SJW thing going on over there at TikTok. So it looks like I'm going to have to, and I've done a good job of toning myself down and sort of censoring myself on the air. So I think if I use, and I've got plenty of material. If I use stuff, I don't know, post February, I think I should be okay.
Yeah, they're just one thing we learned. We got a couple videos taken down for like hate speech and stuff. Just I made like a video about like how men and women aren't the same, and they're like, oh, hate speech. So it sucks, but it's like but I'll tell you this: the reason why we've been blown up. There's definitely a market for it. Like, I think guys are tired of looking at chicks just dance on TikTok and all the feminist toxicity. So guys are happy to see some kind of masculine product, some kind of masculine content on TikTok for once.
Yeah, man. Show these. Listen, we're out here showing these men what's really going on, dude.
Fact, big fact.
Right, and listen, there is a market. There's a market for wait a minute. As I mess with the camera, there's a market for conventional masculinity.
Yep.
Guys, and it's funny. Even young men who have never been exposed to this kind of rhetoric, something about it, like something about how can I put this? Something about what we talk about, it jives with men because we're men. Like, we see and we hear something. Why does this make so much sense? Even though I've never heard this before.
Anybody, I've always said it, anyone that's good with women is going to have Crimson Capsule awareness to some degree. You know what I'm saying? Typically, the better you are, the more women you've hooked up with, etc. We'll keep you YouTube friendly, obviously. The more bedroom fun you've had with more women, the more Crimson Capsule you're going to become aware, because you're going to see these Crimson Capsule truths, these hard truths that no one is going to tell you through your experiences. You know what I'm saying? This is why, like, PIMPs, if you guys know what I'm talking about, are the most aware guys when it comes to Crimson Capsule awareness, because they literally make money off of dealing with women and bedroom fun. So they see the darkest side of female nature and they understand. So any guy that's good with women is going to understand these fundamental truths.
Yeah, and it's, the one thing I will say about understanding women, I guess from a sexual standpoint, is that if you do understand women, like if you do know like how to handle them, then you understand some fundamental Crimson Capsule truths. Listen, guys, this is just how it is, man. This is just how it is. So we've got a video that we are going to break down today. And it is I don't know what show this is, but I actually found it on Instagram. I saw a guy breaking down this video on Instagram, and then he had the original link posted in his comments. And so I picked it up. So I took a look at it. It's a very short video, about I don't know, like 3.5, maybe 4 minutes, which is right up our alley because we know you guys like to bitch and moan about how we never get the videos. You know how that guys. You know how that goes. So without further ado, oops, wait a minute. I didn't mean to do that. What the hell am I doing? Oh, I forgot to share the screen. Oh boy. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, excellent. So this is a conversation between a woman and a man about toxic relationships. She actually claims that she likes toxic relationships better. Here we go.
Toxic relationships more fun?
I feel like toxic relationships are more fun.
Look at the look on her face. Toxic relationships are more fun.
Oh, bro, I could already tell this girl.
She belongs to the streets.
But anyway.
Look, check this out. Number one, the way she talks. Number two, her body language already. Number three, she's got a neck tattoo in the front. Any other red flags that you can see?
Oh man, there's a bunch right here. Like she has what Fresh is like say it's what her lips. Oh yeah, her lips are DSL. Yeah, DSLs. This chick definitely. Yeah, I mean this is something you would probably have fun with for the night, but I wouldn't probably commit to this girl.
Well, the thing is this, man. Well, obviously, I think and it's so funny, dude. Like you deal with enough women, man, and you really do sort of begin to understand. It's almost like you see it right off the bat. We already know that this woman is not the type of bitch you bring home to mom and dad. This is just not something you're gonna do. Like that's just all there is to it. Yeah, eyebrows. Tricky Trini says weave. You know what? It was funny. I was looking to see if she actually had a weave. I was trying to figure it out, but I was like, wait a minute, maybe I'm not as good as
extra long eyelashes too. Like, man, just her, the way she speaks. I mean, we'll get into it for sure and see, but like, yeah.
8 seconds into this video, and we already know she belongs to the streets, man. 8 seconds. Listen, before men had this level of awareness, it used to take them 6 months, and by then, she'd already taken her pound of flesh, and she's on to the next target. But we can look at this girl and tell just 8 seconds in, she belongs to the streets.
Absolutely.
Talbot Links, interesting name. $5 says we understand these truths to be self-evident. Feminine canines, bro. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm speaking with a little bit of a lisp because I am wearing my aligners. I attempted to wear my aligners on the air a few days ago, and about halfway through, like they started to hurt. Like they started rubbing up against my outer gums. But dude, I've been wearing them almost 24/7. I probably wear these things 22, 23 hours a day.
That's the best way to do it, man. They're gonna hurt like an MFR, but they're definitely, that's what I used to do. I only used to take them out to eat.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing now. And I'm actually on my fourth off the topic here. And this actually pertains to what we're going to talk about later this evening. And I got this from you. You said, listen, man, you want to display high value? Get your teeth straightened and get your teeth whitened. My teeth are not crooked. Like I actually have a pretty good smile, except for there's one tooth that is way set back. And I mean, my teeth aren't perfectly straight, but we're going to get them, I guess, a little bit more aligned. So in another, 2.5, 3 months, I will have a nice straight grill, and I'm going to get them whitened, and I will have teeth like Myron Gaines. Dude, Myron, you got the best I've ever seen, dude.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, guys, you see Donovan taking action, guys. And it doesn't cost that much to get your teeth straightened, guys. Like it's a great investment in yourself. It says a lot about you. So
it's not. Listen, I don't have dental, or you know what? I think I do have dental insurance, but I just paid cash because I didn't want to go through all we need to check with this in network. Listen, just give me the whatever. Invisalign is $6,000. I got these for 2/3 of that price. That without insurance. I'm sure with insurance, probably get them for a lot less than that.
Yeah.
Red Pill Mike with the $100 super chat.
RPC, man.
Want the adrenaline rush that comes from excitement. Some women will create drama due to the lack of excitement in her life, or the man or that her man provides. Some women are constantly emotionally dissatisfied and will create drama no matter what course her life takes.
Speaking facts as usual.
Just listen all day, every day.
Red Pill Mike is a fax machine, man.
He is a fax machine. I need to send a fax. I don't know what that was. James Young, $5 says she has weave. Look at the above right eyebrow. Okay. The part coming down here. Hang on. Man, I'm gonna blow this up because I just can't. I can never, like, every once in a while I'm pretty good at spotting it, but I don't know. I thought I saw her roots. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm looking right now myself. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely weave. I mean, that's no.
Oh, okay. So it's obvious to you too.
Yeah.
See, listen, this already, like, you guys know I don't mess with black chicks.
This is a good one.
I did. Jesus Christ. Tricky Trini says that Red Pill Mike is a Hofax machine. Yes, he is absolutely a Hofax machine. Okay, here we go.
I was with somebody who gave me everybody who I feel like toxic relationships are more fun. I was with somebody who gave me everything, was good to me, let me like do whatever I want whenever I wanted. I felt empty, like, inside. I felt lonely. I felt empty. I felt like a hole inside of me. But I feel like Now, you know what I'm saying? My man's a little toxic and
See
stuff,
this?
but the sex is good. And yeah, I just feel more emotionally connected to that person because
Bingo. See, here we go. Right? So she said, yeah, my man is toxic. Used to have a guy, he used to let me do everything. Listen, translation, the guy who let me do everything was boring. Right? Listen, women can be a lot of things in relationships. Bored is not one of them. So much so that a woman would rather be in what she believes is a toxic relationship than to be in a boring one. Your thoughts, Byron?
Yeah, man. I mean, this comes down to, and I'm sure she's going to exhibit these traits that she makes, that she says are toxic, but this comes down to women need leadership, man. If you're not leading as a guy, like women need so much more stimuli than men do to be happy within a relationship. A guy, we're simple: cook, clean, give us some sex, cool. You know, some bedroom fun, as we would say, right? The guys are going to be most men will be happy with that. Women, however, need a laundry list of things to stay engaged. You know what I mean? They get bored very quickly, and you know this is like nature. You know, they're designed that way so that they can always look for the best man. So I think the reason why she said, oh, I got turned off by the other guy, or I lost interest, because when you're not a leader to your woman and you don't keep her in check, she's going to lose respect for you and eventually lose attraction for you. So,
right. No, listen. And actually, you kind of nailed this on the head. So Tricky Trini says, I'm getting Cardi B vibes. Do you see how women are starting to look and act kind of like Cardi B? Because you can tell this woman isn't completely black, but you can tell she fucks with niggas. Like,
yeah,
obviously, right?
Yep.
Obviously. Another thing I'm picking up is that she is being what Kevin Samuels likes to call, you do not want those problems. No, you don't. I'm watching the Eagles and Cardinals, and Patrick Peterson just ran up on Fletcher Cox. He doesn't want those problems. You do not want those problems with Fletcher. No, you don't. He is twice your size, my friend. Go back to the sideline. Fake femininity, right? Fake femininity is when girls who are hood as all get out, right? They use this sort of fake feminine high-pitched voice, knowing good and damn well that's not what they sound like on the radio. You ever heard that before?
Yeah, no, it happens a lot. I mean, I actually term it as like a form of like an indicator of interest. When a girl that's like typically pretty masculine and ratchet, when she switches up and starts being polite to you, that's a sign. That's an indicator of interest, because she's basically, I mean, it's hilarious because she's just putting the mask on. It ain't no difference, but she's putting the mask on to put her best foot forward to you, because women know innately that being loud, obnoxious, masculine, bossy, any of that stuff, they know it's intrinsically like it makes men very unattracted to them. So she's gonna put a lot of women will put this feminine front in the beginning just to try to get you in, but it's I consider it an indicator of interest.
No, I agree. True Chino says, WTF, you felt empty. Now let me explain something here when she says she felt empty, right? Because this just goes to show, give me a second. This just goes to show when she says I felt empty, this is the state of Western women today. Women, when women start getting ran through, what that is that's a constant dopamine rush, right? It's a constant, girls start sleeping around when they're very, very young. So they get ran through their teens, their 20s, they're in their 30s. They're used to all of this excitement all the time. And this girl's probably what, in her 20s, maybe, I don't know, mid to late 20s, maybe.
Yeah.
You sleep with enough men, Myron, and at some point, a good, solid relationship with even a masculine man of value doesn't do anything for you anymore, because it's not filled with drama and toxicity. What she is saying, what she does not realize that she's communicating, is that I have slept with so many men, I have been ran through so many times by so many men, that all of the drama that comes with that is the only thing that keeps me interested. I had a man who gave me everything and this and that and the third, but I wasn't feeling it with him. That just means she was bored. Women no longer like relationships back in the day used to be boring, I guess, by today's standards. Women used to like boring relationships because boring relationships were they were steady, right? They were reliable. Women don't like reliable relationships anymore. They like to be on that emotional roller coaster. What are your thoughts?
I'll add a point to that. The reason why she's saying she feels empty, which I guarantee, guys, I haven't seen this interview before, but I guarantee it's going to allude to it later on in an interview. But the reason why she's saying she's empty, she feels empty, is because women need a man's leadership in their life, man. They need a man's leadership, because the thing is that when she when you leave a woman to her own devices, inherently there's going to be self-destructive behaviors they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why, I always say fathers keep sons out of jail and daughters off stripper poles.
That's right.
Once the father leaves the girl's life, she's going to need a strong masculine man to protect her from herself. And when a woman doesn't have direction with a strong, virtuous man, she's going to do what she normally wants to do. She wants to go a girls' night out, going to go party, drink, do drugs, whatever it is. All these things are going to be counterproductive to preserving her value. You know what I'm saying? And when a woman, runs around and does, lives young, wild, and free, that's good on the front end. But on the back end, there's consequences to that. I always say something that typically gives you front end pleasure is going to lead to back end pain. And then something that gives you front end pain is typically going to lead to back end pleasure.
There you go.
You go to the gym, you eat well, it sucks, right? You sleep well, etc. Yeah, it sucks. You got to exercise discipline. You can't do what you always want to do. You can't be out partying, drinking, doing all this other BS. But you're going to get the back end result of it, which is what? The pleasure from walking around in the body that 99% of people can't get, right? So front end pain almost always leads to back end pleasure. But front end pleasure almost always leads to back end pain. And this is what women are quickly realizing in the marketplace nowadays, that if you want to have your fun in your 20s, that's cool. Ride the CC. You're great for guys like me and Fresh running around doing what we do. But you're not going to find a guy that's going to want to sit there and commit to you. And that's what women are slowly starting to realize now, that guys like Kevin Samuels are blowing up. This is getting out in mainstream media. And quite frankly, women, when women run this young, wild, and free lifestyle for a long period of time and they don't have the direction of a strong masculine man, it is going to lead to them feeling this emptiness that she's talking about.
I could not listen, dude. I absolutely could not agree more. I could not agree more. And the way you said that, the way you put it, and I'll put it in casino terms because I spent a lot of time in the gambling capital of the world. Every female has a certain amount of chips. Okay. Or the more you cash out, the less you're going to have. Right. So some girls cash out early. They get married. They get married 18, 19, 20 years old. They get a high value guy. They cash in and they get a steady return. Right. They're living a life befitting a young, pretty woman who decided to cash out early. Some women, what they do is how can I put this? It's like when women sleep around, what they're doing is they're getting here's what I mean. They're getting an early return on their investment. Okay. Yep. The girl who gets married young, saves her virginity, doesn't sleep around. She's not cashing out everything. What she is doing is she is investing long-term. Okay. So what she's going to do, the sacrifices that she's making is not sleeping around. And let's keep it real, Myron. It is a lot more fun and exciting to sleep around as a young girl than it is to be a housewife. There is no doubt about that. And girls know and understand this. But here's the problem with women. What they don't understand is that if they do sleep around, if they do cash in their chips early, they're not going to have any chips when they're in their 30s. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. Strippers, prostitutes, working girls, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. When it's almost like they're cashing in their youth. Okay, give me all this early return. I'm getting all this attention. I'm getting all this sausage. I'm getting all these trips and this and that and the other. You can't cash it in both ways. It doesn't work that way. You have one opportunity. You have one opportunity to lock down a high value man. The more chips you have at the table, the higher the value man that you will have commit to you. Every time you sleep with someone, you're losing a chip. You're losing a chip. You go out, you're living this young and wild and free. You're giving all your chips away. Then when your sexual market value is on the decline, now all of a sudden you're looking for a high value man. He's like, whoa, wait a minute. You ain't got but 7 chips left. Like, what's wrong with you? He looks over this other girl who's 19 years old. She's got 7,000 chips because she hasn't cashed them all out. So the point is, you can't cash in at the beginning and at the end. Every girl, I'm telling you, not every girl has an equal amount of chips, but relatively speaking, they do. The earlier you cash out, the lower value man you're going to be able to attract when you decide to actually cash in. Dre with the $3 super chat says, happy holidays, gentlemen. Great job as always. Appreciate that. Red Pill Mike, $5 says, this is why you don't reward women for just existing. The reward means nothing to women who are given it by default. They see it as weak and humdrum. Yeah, listen, this girl is real talk. Had a guy who, listen, man, he let me do whatever I want, blah, 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 blah. I was bored. What you got?
Yeah, no, man. I mean, and I'll go even a step further. Not only are they cashing their chips, they're messing up when they cash their chips, but the society rewards them for doing so. So they think what they're doing is correct. I'll give you guys an example. So I have, as you guys know, some of you guys may not know this, some of you guys may know, we made a TikTok about 5 days ago. We're at 55,000 followers, right? We've gotten like, we've been exploding. One of the videos I made that's pretty controversial is why women will never tell you what their notch count is. And basically in the video, I described that a woman's ability to lock down a high value guy is contingent on her ability to sell you purity, because quite frankly, women know on a deep level that they're not going to get commitment from a high value guy and walk down that aisle in a white dress unless they're able to sell purity, because no guy wants to feel like they're paying an enormous amount of money for something that she was giving away for free. So this is why women are incentivized to always keep their promiscuous past to themselves. And you can't believe what they're going to say, because they have every reason to not tell you the truth when it comes to that.
Right.
You know, women in the comments were saying, oh, well, why is it okay for guys to run around and sleep with girls and it's okay for us and you're shaming us for it?
Well, because women are different.
Exactly. But this is the problem. So many modern day women subscribe to this belief, this ideology that men and women are equal. And what's, as Rollo says, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And quite frankly, there's a reason why guys that, get so many women are respected and girls that run around and have sex with a lot of guys are not. The reason why, simply put, for these dumb bimbos, if you're watching me from TikTok, the reason why guys don't take you serious is because a key that opens many locks is a master key. A lock that opens to any key is a shitty fucking lock. So,
there you go.
But women will never understand this because they subscribe to this ideology that they are equal to men. No, they are not. And sex doesn't affect them the same way it affects us.
Check this out, Myron. Check this out. This is funny when you get into arguments with females. Why is it that no. This women inherently, nobody has to tell women to divide their notch count by 74. They do it. It's just natural. Why? Because females inherently know that promiscuity is looked upon with disgust when considering you for a long-term option.
Facts.
This is what it comes down to. And so for girls to pretend that they think men and women are the same, it is a disingenuous attempt at feigning ignorance about something they know to be true. Because the first time a guy ever asked them how many guys she slept with, she didn't give him the right answer. She's like, oh shit, I've slept with 374 guys. How many? Well, including you, 3.
Yeah.
You divided your notch count by 148. Like, come on. Like don't pretend like you don't know.
Yeah.
James Young, $5 says she has weave. Look above her right eyebrow. Oh, she also has a throat tattoo. Yes, he mentioned that earlier. Hang on. Oh, Tyson Jaleel with the $5 Canadian says this is why they love thugs. Thugs bring an exciting lifestyle. Normal guys get hit with the quote lame tag until they hit their mid-20s. Good comment there. James Young said it. James Young. Devin, if you're watching, I need you to pause the TV for 5 seconds and then unpause it, because she's telling me what's happening on the Cardinals Eagles game like before. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, he said it early. She has a freaking throat, dude. A tattoo of an eye on your throat. What are we doing?
Yeah. It's just foolish. I'm actually very interested to see what she's going to say in the rest of this.
Yes. Joshua Taylor, $5 says women want instant gratification. They seek the men that is a high value, yet they want the men with low value. Yeah, it depends on the timing. Dr. Thunder, $5 says paying my respect, weights, and dates. Appreciate that.
Dr. Thunder.
And hot and heavy. We greatly appreciate all of these. One set of chips, 2 markets to spend, S&P and RMP. Gals got to pick up where to bring them and learn the cost to play. Bingo. A.J. Taylor with the $5 super chat said sexual market value does not equate to relationship market value.
Very true.
Bingo. All right, let's continue.
We go through certain things and then we make up, so it's like, it's pretty toxic.
See, it's really toxic.
You like bad guys.
No.
Do you see this? Myron, so what she is describing, maybe I jumped ahead too quick, but just listen to what she said.
Oh!
Yeah, I mean, that's what it sounds like. You said you had a man, right? He was good to you, right? He helped teach you certain things and everything was good, but you still felt it was like an emptiness there. It was like lack of passion or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? But then now the bad guy, he more like he's going to give you the drama. I think. Do you
see what you see her face? She's like, wait a minute, I don't want to be labeled as a drama queen. So how do I spin this? Watch.
Do you think that like you're attracted to drama? Like you want the drama in your life?
See, listen, she is attracted to drama, but she's not going to admit that, right? Because guess what? Girls don't know that they are attracted to drama. But get this, Myron, it's not that she's attracted to drama. She's attracted to a man who will check her. She's attracted to a man who will put her in her place. She's attracted to a man who acts like a man. And because there are no men out here, aside from a special few, that actually act like men, they're described as toxic. So much so that this woman is admitting that she likes toxic men. The other guy calls it the bad guy. What she is describing here, this woman does not like toxic relationships. She likes being in a relationship with a man. That's what this is. And masculinity has been so criminalized that anytime someone describes the characteristics of a man and they're actually masculine character, oh, I think he's toxic. These people have no idea that they're even buying into the nonsense. She's sitting here admitting to it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, man. Quite frankly, we live in a world nowadays where if someone labels you, you're toxically masculine. I'm going to take a page out of Donovan's thing. Translation: I don't like the fact that you hold me accountable for my actions, whereas other men would have otherwise let me get away with this bad behavior because I'm attractive. I'm going to call you toxic. No, I'm holding you accountable because you're displaying behavior that is not favorable to the outcome of this relationship being successful. So I'm going to check you on this right here, right now, so you know that this is not acceptable. And if you do not decide to be checked, if you do not decide to comply with what I'm telling you, you will be kicked to the curb and replaced with another woman. That is exactly what it means when these chicks want to say toxically masculine. Anytime you put a woman in a position where she's got to make a decision that's going to, and she doesn't like either option, and she might get kicked to the curb because you have the ability to replace her, she's immediately going to say, you're toxic, when in reality, you're simply giving her a choice and telling her she can get the F out because you have other options. And girls don't like not having leverage in a relationship because they're so used to always having it.
Listen, man, girls will only describe, and I'll put it to you like this.
Yep.
People, but let's just say women. If a woman is in a relationship where she knows she could easily cheat and easily get away with it and stay in the relationship, they will characterize that relationship as healthy.
Yes.
If a woman is in a relationship where she knows it's going to be hard to cheat and she probably won't get away with it, and if he finds out, he'll kick her ass to the curb, that is a toxic relationship. Yeah. So any woman who says, I'm in a healthy relationship, translation, it'll be very easy to cheat when and if I decide to.
Holding women accountable.
Toxic relationship, this woman's describing it right there.
Holding women accountable is labeled as toxic in 2020 and beyond. That's just the reality. If you say anything that is unflattering, like if you reveal any truths that are unflattering to female nature, people are immediately going to label you a misogynist, evil, toxic, etc. When in reality, all you're doing is accounting for biological hardwired traits that women are programmed to do that are destructive to relationships.
I agree. Dude, there you go. And again, when you put your foot down and you make it clear to your woman or a woman who wants to be in a relationship with you that you do not tolerate behaviors that are conducive to infidelity, that's when they call you toxic.
That's
when they call you toxic. That's what this is. Redfield Mike with the $5 super chat that says the throat tattoo is a target for men to aim for her one good eye when they blow and pull out. At least it won't crust over and dry shut. Wow. Redfield Mike is going in. Jeremy, $5 says it's the yin and yang of the world. If there's toxic masculinity, then there's damn sure toxic femininity. No, there's no such thing as toxic femininity. I will say this though. There is such a thing as toxic masculinity, but that is only displayed by women. Toxic masculinity can't really be displayed by men. It can only be displayed by women. The only people in this part of the world who display toxic masculinity are women, just like this one. You can tell she's being fake feminine, like real talk. Here we go.
I really don't think that though. I don't think.
Wait, hold on.
Do you
just listen?
Do you think that like you're attracted to drama? Like,
see, what's the difference between women and men? We as men, we're not ashamed of our nature, right? But women are. He's like, well, you're attracted to drama. Well, I don't think so. Watch.
You want the drama in your life?
No, look, she didn't let him finish. I'm not attracted to drama, but watch.
I really don't think that though. I don't think I'm attracted to drama.
Well, you just said you could tell
this bitch likes drama just by looking at her. Then listen, your eyelashes tell me you're attracted to drama.
But you say your man that you with now is more toxic than the man that you was with, but this man brings is it more exciting to you? Is it like, tell me, like, what do you think it is? Let's dive deep in this. Tell me, like, talk to me, like, tell me what you mean. Like what it is, like, is it, obviously he do things differently than it's something that's keeping you. It's
definitely the passion. Like, it's definitely like, I feel alive. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, when you wake up, is it like a difference? Like, if you wake up and you feel like, all right, what I'm going, like, I don't know what today is going to bring. What the other one?
No, I think I feel more connected. Like I said, because we have gone through more things, more emotionally. Yeah, more.
Look, see what they are both characterizing as drama, and she knows that she's talking about drama. What they are characterizing as drama is simply a man who puts his foot down. That's all it is. It's a man who acts like a man. It's a man who doesn't let her get away with saying some slick shit. It's a man who doesn't let her get away with disrespecting him. And bitches like her, you can tell as soon as a nigga checks a bitch like her, now that's when the drama happens. Oh, I know you didn't just say this, but guess what? The nigga she's with now is like, bitch, if you like, for real, like, are you real? Like, am I going to catch a charge? Well, what you going to do to that? He still doesn't back down. And dude, she hates it, but she loves it. That's what this is.
Absolutely, man. Women love a guy that can stand up to them when they give you the BS. That's the thing.
Shows on Hanma says hot and cold, push and pull. Mystery had a point on this. Yeah, maybe, but hot and cold. See, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Now I have to take out my bottom aligner because now I'm talking a lot more than I thought I would, and it's great at the bottom of my whatever. Check this out, man. So hot and cold. Thought it was bleeding. Hot and cold, push and pull. Mystery had a point on this. You only have to use hot and cold, push and pull when you're learning about the game, right? It's not really who you are yet, so you have to consciously make these decisions. Do I text her? Oh, wait a minute. I texted her a lot an hour ago, and now I need to pull back, right? Push and pull. Give her a compliment. Push and pull. Give her a compliment, and then kind of take it back and be an asshole. When you really embrace masculinity for what it is, you're going to do this hot and cold, push and pull stuff naturally anyway, because this is just how men operate. Here's the thing. Hot and cold. Half the shit your woman does and says you're going to like. Half the shit you're not. The difference between you and most other men is the fact that you tell her, that's not allowed. Like, no, that's not happening. No way. If you like something, you let her know. If you don't, you still let her know. That's push and pull. That's hot and cold. If and there's nothing wrong with faking it until you make it. This is what quote unquote game is. But all of these techniques and push pull and amuse mastery. I mean, listen, you'll have to use that for the first few years. I use amuse mastery and hot and cold push and pull all day. I don't even think about it anymore.
Yeah, it becomes internalized. In the beginning, you're gonna have to like kind of practice it and like label it, whatever. But you guys are gonna get to a point where you're going to be able to see moves that girls make before it even happens. Like, you're going to do something and you're going to know, okay, I'm ready for her to bring up this objection, and you're already going to have an answer for it. And it just takes time.
Nope, I agree. King Chris, $5. Appreciate that.
Thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you guys so much for the super chats, man. We really appreciate that. All the money goes right back in to investing right back into you guys. So as you guys know, me and Donovan, you guys have the receipt for us. We put it right back to create you guys. We put it right back in to make the content better.
Every motherfucking time. Oh, wait a minute. I just lost my place. Oh, there it is. Red Pill Mike. $5 super chat says, women will never admit the truth with a sentence structure that gets to the point, because then the uncomfortable truth would become negative reality. Guy's like, dude, Red Pill Mike's like a shrink, dude. He really does. RPM needs to start like a Twitter or an Instagram or something with all these lines this dude drops, man. This dude is like it's incredible. It's incredible. And yes, RPM will absolutely be at the Conference of Masculine Excellence. Let us continue.
That's what it is.
Yeah, like we got more things emotionally, and then we make up, so it just make us feel like we closer. You know what I mean?
So is it the makeup sex that you are addicted to? That so you like the drama, so you can have makeup sex? Like,
No, that's a part of it, but that's not all of it. Like, I just feel closer to the person.
What she is describing, listen, man, what she is describing is a man who's acting like a man. And this is funny. She's trying to convey this. What she's trying to say is, I like that he acts like a fucking man, but she doesn't know how to do it without calling him toxic. This is what I'm getting at, guys. This is why girls can't, I just don't know what it is about this guy that just keeps me coming back. They can't say, well, he's just acting like a man, because they can't do that without saying he's toxic. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to, women, they love emotional spikes. You know what I'm saying? And they're slaves to their emotions. So I'm not surprised that she's giving this response.
They're women after all. Let us conclude. I think we might actually get done with this.
And what I did, even to the person that I was with in a longer stretch or period of time, you get it? So I still felt disconnected from that person because it was like not much emotionally going on.
There was not much emotionally going on because he never checked you. That's it.
Yeah, how do you feel about toxic relationships?
My nigga side of me loves it.
Why y'all love it though? That's really what I want to know. Why do niggas love toxic? Why?
However, I know better, but even when knowing better, like as you said, I think that the mentality on the way, I think the past, growing up and watching past traumas or having traumas, I'm so addicted to, or I should say, it's like I think that this is normal.
Are you gonna marry? Would you marry a woman you like that you have a toxic, exciting relationship with?
No, I would never marry a woman that I have a toxic. But however,
look, see, there it is. That shows. Listen, this guy might not have 5% or RP awareness, but he knows. He's like, hell no. Look, man. Yeah. Look. Let me put you guys up on game here, ladies. If you guys are watching. As far as a relationship goes, we need you to be boring. We want you to be boring. And I don't mean like humdrum. No, you got to be predictable. I need to know where you are, what you're doing. You need to be boringly predictable. Guys, we don't want excitement. We don't want unpredictability. Men don't want unpredictable women. Okay? We don't. Unpredictable women are bad for relationships. No, I'm not saying we want the same old humdrum da-di-da. No, that's not what we're saying. What we're talking about is from the behavioral standpoint. From a behavioral standpoint, a man will commit to you if you are boringly predictable. In other words, you're not going to go off and do some dumb shit. Too many guys out here think, well, I need a girl who's exciting and keep me guessing. No, I don't need a bitch to keep me on my toes. I keep myself on my toes good enough myself. Thank you very much. I don't need any more cerebral brawn. I've got enough smarts. I got enough money. I got enough all of that stuff. I need a woman who's going to serve me, shut the hell up, do as she's told. If you can't, then she's got to go. That's just how that goes. We do not want exciting women. Your thoughts, Myron?
Absolutely, because what women don't understand is that men are made. So we already have to go through the trenches to become what we are. You know what I mean? We already, because here's the thing. I always say men and women live in two different worlds. Men, we live in a fact-based world. And what I mean by this is if you don't produce as a man, there's serious consequences to you not producing. What is that consequence? Well, you end up an incel and you're not able to reproduce, which is the worst punishment you can give a man because we're all put on this earth to procreate. So men learn at a very early age that they need to become production-based and they need to produce. That in itself keeps us preoccupied with our emotional needs, making sure that we become successful so that we can procreate. Women, however, are not held to the same standard. Nope. So what do? They need outside stimulation because the world doesn't stimulate them enough because, quite frankly, if you're a pretty girl, nobody's really going to check you. There's not going to be a burner performance. So for women to get that same value, they need external emotional spikes. So they want that from a guy. But the thing is, the guy can give it, but the guy doesn't necessarily want that because we already deal with enough BS being a man. Last thing a guy wants to do is tackle the world, make all this money, become successful, and come back to a chick that thinks it's okay because he wants emotional spikes just like I do. And this, once again, mistakes that women make. Women think that we are like them, that we want emotional spikes. We want someone who's successful. We want someone who's confident. We want someone who's masculine. No. Quite frankly, feminism and this ideology that men and women are equal is the blue pill for women that keeps so many women perpetually single. If you want a guy and you want to be able to keep a guy, because again, girls think, oh, just by me being able to get attention from a lot of men and guys want to have sex with them, they think that's their value. No. Guy game is being able to attain a girl. Girl game is being able to retain a man after sex. And most girls can't keep a guy around after sex. That's why so many modern day women leverage sex for some kind of compliance from men, because they know deep down they don't really have any other skills that they can keep a guy around. Because why? Well, we beat the femininity out of women in 2020. And I don't mean that physically, but I mean like women from day one, they're indoctrinated to believe that they're like men, they're equal to men, they can do anything a man can do, they need to go to school and become successful. So we basically, as a society, beat the femininity out of women, and then we wonder, why are they more masculine? Why do they think that that men want the same things that they do? Well, the reason why is because we have a lot of women have this egalitarian belief system that does not serve them. This is why so many women are perpetually single in the modern day, especially career women. And on top of that, why so many more are going to be single? Because quite frankly, this ideology that men and women are equal is the blue pill for women. And this is why so many of them are going to stay single.
Including this one. Red Pill Mike says she is a hood rat trying to act like she has RMB. It's so funny. You can tell like her whole demeanor. You know that this is not the way she really is. 99.9%.
Hell no. She's keeping it together for the camera.
Of course. Bramblebush $5 says she sounds like she's describing sounds like what she is describing is that she needs a dom sub relationship but doesn't know how to articulate it, and WM white men get shamed for being a sub. I think I know where you're going with that. James Young says men don't want three things in relationships: unpredictability, drama, and craziness. Yes.
Yeah.
Men want consistently. Yes. Listen,
it attracts women, it repulses men. Like that stuff, it attracts women, you know, the spontaneity, the craziness, whatever, they love it. Men, it literally repulses us.
Oh, no, we're like, dude, and again, just like you said, Myron, listen, man, no one's going to feel sorry for us. I love being a man. I like the fact that it's harder out here for men than it is for women. That's what we are. But if I'm out conquering the world, the last thing I want to do is come home and have to conquer my woman. That's one thing that the women always say. You can't handle a strong woman. We shouldn't have to handle anything.
Yeah.
Listen,
they lose. Listen, they lose every time.
Well, I'll tell you this. I can handle the bratty kid. That doesn't mean I want to. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I think that, said white women. Okay. All right. I guess making it there's a racial component to that. All right, here we go. Let's finish this up.
You know, it's satisfying a side of me that I grew up watching my whole entire life. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but I know better. So the reason why I won't marry it because I know better. So, you know,
look at her. Did you see her face?
Yep.
Watch her face. Look. Actually, I'm going to pause this. You can tell a lot. So what I'm going to do is we're going to play this with the sound down. What he is going to do, and I didn't catch this the first time. What he is going to do is he is going to describe to this woman the kind of woman he will never marry, and watch the realization slowly make its way. He is describing her. Watch. Just watch. This is incredible. Why you niggas like that? Would you ever marry?
A prompting question.
Like he's like, no, look at her. He's telling her that I would never marry a woman like that. Then he starts to describe her. Watch her face. Look, she's like, oh shit. Look at this. He's describing her. Realize it. Watch. Oh, look at her. Do you see that? That is her realizing, wait a minute, this nigga's talking about me.
Yeah.
You can
very subtle, but you can see it.
Listen, you can always tell a lot about a conversation by listening to it the first time and then listening to it with the sound down. Oh boy. Mike Sinatra says I take whiskey shots every time. Myron says, quite frankly, yeah, try taking a whiskey shot every time I say the word right. You get fucked up a lot faster. Talbot Links, $5 says gals are addicted to drama because the feeling when the stress leaves feels so good for them. Men feel good avoiding the drama to fix real problems. Listen, I agree with that when you're talking about the typical American women. And again, women, how can I put this? Not a boring relationship, but a good, solid relationship with a good, virtuous man who does right by her. That used to be the world that women used to love that. But again, once they got exposed to the carousel, so to speak, it's almost like they're doing these hard drugs and like all of their dopamine receptors get fried, so much so that normal functioning men just don't excite them anymore. That's the reality. That's the reality. Give me a second here. Red Pill Mike, $5 says women will always need men because an emotional connection is stronger than the physical connection men look for. Wow, nothing can change biology. Whoa. An emotional connection is stronger than the physical connection men look for. Holy shit, man. Let's finish this out.
Know better. So the reason why I won't marry it because I know better. So like, dealing with someone, knowing that it's toxic, knowing that we always in arguments, whole 9 yards. Like I at one point of my life, like I thought that was what a relationship supposed to look like. You know what I'm saying? Until now I don't want to deal with that type of drama, but it is. I understand the drama, the passion.
You know what, man? Check this out. I didn't realize this before, but she was shooting her shot.
Yeah, she's attracted to him for sure.
Watch this. She was shooting her shot.
That's not all of it. Like I just feel close to the
see, right? Like he's like, so you are addicted to the drama. No. That's not all of it.
Person closer to the person than what I did, even to the person that I was with in a longer stretch or period of time. You get it? So I still felt disconnected from that person because it was like not much emotionally going on. Yeah. How do you feel about toxic?
There it is. How do you feel about toxic relationships?
Yeah. Relationships.
Look at her
My
body
nigga
language.
side of me loves it.
Why y'all love it though? That's really what I want.
See, look. Twinkle in her eye. She's glowing. Now watch.
I don't know why niggas love toxic. Right.
However, I know better, but even when knowing better, like as you said, I think that the mentality on the way, I think the past growing up and watching past traumas or having traumas, I'm so addicted to, or I should say, it's like I think that this is normal.
Are you gonna marry? Would you marry a woman you like that you have a toxic, exciting relationship with?
See, she's a toxic, exciting relationship with. Translation: would you ever marry a woman like me? And what was his response?
No.
Here it is. There it is. There it is. This is and again, she's not going to. And it takes women so long to figure it out. 15 years from now, she's going to look back on this conversation and she's going to realize, you know what? This guy was talking about women like me. I didn't think I was like that, but he told me I was addicted to the drama, and I was indeed addicted to drama.
I would never marry a woman that I haven't talked to. However, listen, it's satisfying a side of me.
Oh, that's funny as hell. So this is funny. I didn't realize the first time. So she's saying, would you ever marry a woman like me? And he says, no. But, like, I would definitely smash. Like, that's what this is.
Yeah.
Look, these people are communicating with one another. How do you feel about toxic relationships? He's like, well, the nigga side of me, I kind of like it. Would you ever marry a woman you have a toxic, exciting relationship with? Would you ever marry me? He says, no. Then he sees her facial expression. He immediately reverses it. No, but the excitement is there. Translation: I wouldn't marry you, but I did. Just watch this. This is funny as hell. Watch.
Say, it's like I think that this is normal.
Watch this.
Are you gonna marry? Would you marry a woman you like that you have a toxic, exciting relationship with?
No, I would never marry a woman that I haven't talked to. But however, it's satisfying a side of me that I grew up watching my whole entire life. You understand what I'm saying?
I want you guys watch this. I'm gonna turn this. I'm gonna place the sound down. I want you to watch her lips. It's just too easy to do this. Watch her lips as he is describing the fact that he would never marry her, but he would definitely smash. Watch her lips. Watch. But however, I would. Boom! There it is, guys. Well, there you go. You don't look at a man like that if you don't want him to smash. This on your screen right here, gentlemen, is 100% uncut, pure, unadulterated lust. Because he's telling her, I would never marry a woman like you. This lets her know that he has options.
Yep.
Then he says, but I would certainly smash you. Oh, he's got options and he would smash me? There you go. That's the recipe right there.
Attraction isn't a choice, guys.
Nope, it's not. And it's funny, you can tell that she's doing her level best to sort of hide her arousal, but listen, man, like body language never lies, man.
Satisfying a side of me that I grew up watching my whole entire life. You understand what I'm saying? So, but I know better. So the reason why I won't marry it because I know better. So, dealing with someone, knowing that it's toxic, knowing that, we always in arguments, whole 9 yards. Like I at one point of my life, like I thought that was what a relationship supposed to look like. You know what I'm saying? Until now I don't want to deal with that type of drama, but it is, I understand the drama, the passion behind it. You, in your mind, psychologically, you think that if this person ain't treating you or acting a certain way, toxic.
Okay, so then the video starts over because it is on a loop. Man, you know what? It's every time. Now I watched this video probably 2 or 3 times before I came on with you. But just talking with you and sort of talking through it and looking at all the feedback we're getting, like you start to see it in clear. This is why we tell you guys, watch this kind of content all the time, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The more you watch this, the more you'll be able to dissect and break this kind of stuff down very, very easily. 2 seconds here. Oh, no, lost my place. Nope. Damn. Oh, there we are. The Marbuki man with the $5 super chat says, of course, women love toxic relationships. They're exciting. It's always exciting when the car runs off the road until it hits a wall. There's a difference. But here's the thing. Again, the Marbuki man, and I think he would agree with this. What this woman described was not a toxic relationship. What she described was a man who acts like a man. But anytime a man acts like a man should, masculine, then they call you toxic. Red Pill Mike, $5 again says, if your mind coincides toxic with exciting, in the words of Kevin Samuels, you need therapy. Dude, if your mind coincides toxic with exciting, there it is, man. She just said it. Would you ever marry a woman that you had a toxic, exciting relationship with? Whoa. No, to hell with that. No, I want her exciting in bed. I want her to be boring everywhere else. Your closing thoughts, Myron, what you got?
Yeah, man. I mean, just guys, understand that this is the modern day woman. You know what I mean? Like they're looking for exciting highs and lows like this all the time because, as a young, attractive girl in 2020 and beyond, they're getting another experience in life that you as a man will never be exposed to. High value guys, getting flown out, indiscriminate sex with, large amounts of men, etc. The girls are doing this at a young age. So a lot of younger women are going to be programmed to be like this, to want to get that exciting, toxic type relationship that she's claiming. But in reality, it's not toxic. It's the fact that you hold her accountable and you have standards. Anytime you hold women to a standard as a man in today's society, you're going to be labeled toxic. Just don't be scared to do so because, quite frankly, I always say this, take another shot of whiskey, right? Girls are always, a lot of women have bad habits that are not conducive to long-term relationships, and you need to know that going in and that you're going to have to be the leader.
Yeah, listen, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Listen, man, this is the end of season. Is this the second? This is season 1 of Wait. Is this 1 or 2? Okay,
1.
This is the end of season 1 of Weights and Dates. Hell of a season, man. Oh, damn it. Well, that's it. Listen, this was a hell of a first season for us. We always have a huge audience. Listen, it's been a lot of fun doing this with you. I think we're probably going to pick up. I think, you know what? Let's go ahead and lock this down now.
Yeah.
So season 1. So we're not going to be on the air for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to look at my calendar here. We'll just do this on the air. So we are not going to be on the air on the 27th. Wait a minute. Today is is today the 20th? Right? Today is the 20th, right?
Yeah, today, is December 20th.
Okay, so we're going to be, we're actually, we're just going to take a week off because, so we're not going to be on the air next week, but we will be on the air the week after that, and that is 2 weeks from today. So we will miss one show, we'll miss 1 week, but we'll be gone for 2 weeks. So we're
January 3rd, January 3rd, right? Yeah, January 3rd.
Yeah, January 3rd. Yeah, because that's the first time I'm going to be on the air officially with my crypto guys. But thank you guys very, very much for a wonderful first season of Weights and Dates. I have I've got some stuff in store for the show. Dude, we're definitely going to crank up the production value on all of my shows. This is among them. dude, we're going to do animated overlays. We're going to have animated borders for all of our speakers and guests. We might even start taking phone calls. I don't know how I feel about that quite yet. I might do it the Kevin Samuels way. He does it with Ecamm Live. I'm still starting to get familiarized with that, but Myron, listen, man, this was a great time. This was a great season, and hopefully season 2 is just as good as season 1, man.
It'll be lit, man. Guys, come back here January 3rd. We will have another contemporary topic to hit you guys with. It's going to be great. And yeah, man, guys, like I said, all the money goes to investing right back in and better content. You know what I mean? A little tree behind me. I added that for you guys. So we're going to keep better and better.
Good shit. That is going to do it for this edition of Weights and Dates. We will see you guys next year, but the 7 will be live in about an hour. And tonight on the 7, we are going to take a second crack at explaining to you guys how exactly you build value. We tried it a few weeks ago. Didn't quite work out so well. Didn't quite work. We kind of got diverted. Changes were made. Things were said. So we're going to try this season finale of the 6 or the 7. Season finale of the 7 is going to be tonight. How exactly do you build value? So we'll see you guys right back here in just over an hour.